a Twitch stream where the vibes are bright. There's a gaming catastrophe trying with all his might. You'll be fumbling through levels, but he's got one thing right. Chat's there to lift him up through every pixelated fight.
Ruby's cursing at the game, hands trembling on his keys. But chat's filling up his screen with love and good vibes that please.
Through the lag and glitches, they're his greatest expertise. Yubi knows he's got it all when chat is there to appease. Yubi feels the love from chat, the streamer's shining star. Through every fail and epic fall, they never drift too far. With every emote and PogChamp, they heal his broken heart. Yubi X chat forever till the gate tears them apart.
Gather round now, it's time for a show. Yubi's on the mic, ready to rock and roll. We're all getting together, bringing the hype. Raise your devil horns and let's ignite. Grab your snacks, get your drinks in hand. We're gonna party like it's 1987. Leather and spandex, hairspray abound. We'll headbang and shout to the sweet sound. Switching and stacking, we're ready to go. Yubi stream is started, don't you know? Raise your glass, let the good times flow. Twitching and snacking, rocking in stereo. Gather round now, it's time for a show. Yubi's on the mic, ready to rock and roll. We're all getting together, bringing the hype. Raise your devil horns and let's ignite. Grab your snacks, get your drinks in hand. We're gonna party like it's 1987. Leather and spandex, hairspray abound. We'll headbang and shout to the sweet sound. Switching and stacking, we're ready to go. Yubi stream is started, don't you know? Raise your glass, let the good times flow. Switching and stacking, rocking in stereo.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
I like steak.
Now, check it out! Vanilla Thunder in the house!
Oh, a whole lot of poo is tight.
Vanilla Thunder from the plains of Texas. Vanilla Thunder is coming Rexus. Vanilla Thunder, king catastrophe. That's just who he is. Our boy Yubi.
That's me. Guilty as charged.
Stepping out, laps and love. That's
I am Ubi, and it is Tuesday. It is a Tech Talk Tuesday, specifically. something's not right. Vanilla Thunder. Taco server's not starting. One moment, I gotta fix something. Enjoy the music while I fix something real quick. There we go. Chat's working now. The gold thing at the top up there should also work in a moment too. All right, let's get the music out of there. Everything's working. Yep, there it is. Gold's fixed. Okay. Yeah, my the socket server didn't start properly because I didn't kill WSL first. How is everybody doing? It's a Tuesday night. We're going to talk about NAM models tonight. And I'm going to let you guys decide. Do we want to make this a what is NAM model type thing, or do we want to just go over some NAM models? So I just want to pull some NAM models up and we're going to listen to them. Which way do we want to go tonight? I'm going to let you guys choose how we're going to do it. Either way, I'm going to need this. Big shout out to everybody who's here. I did see, we'll go through. We'll do a quick run through and say hello to everybody. Who we got? Mitch. Hey, good to see you. Brandy, first in chat. Jeremy, Steve, Gunner. We got Chris. We've got Brian. Johnny 3 Bar, we got the Muffin Man with us. We got Keith, we got Tom, we got Johnny Bean. We have, who else we got in there? We have the Ubi. I don't know who let him in. Somebody kick him from chat. BBM is joining us. Good to see you, buddy. Brent, good to see you. Blue Mox, good to see you as well. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. All right, there you go. All right, there we go. All right, so I guess since it was Jeremy has only a little bit of an idea of what we're talking about. Oh, there's Malachi. How you doing? So I guess we'll start over with what a NAM model is. So NAM stands for Neural Amp Modeler. It's a specific type of amp, cab, stomp modeling process, and it's a machine language. It's open source, so it's not tied to one specific company. And it actually uses a neural network. So it listens to a real amp, cab, pedal, whatever it is. It actually physically listens to it through a microphone and understands. It's played a specific sound through it. There's a baseline sound, and it hears the change between what the sound should sound like when it's not amplified and what the actual comes out of the speaker. So it actually learns how to make that sound. And it's specific. So it's that specific amp head with those specific settings, that specific cabinet with a specific microphone type at a specific angle with a specific location, etc., etc., etc. It learns how to make that exact, in other words, basically how to recreate that with anything that you push through it. So basically what it's capturing is kind of the gain structure, the dynamics, the feel, not just the EQ on it. And so it's just that one sound. It's not like tweakable. Like, for example, you can change the EQ sound for it, but you're EQing on top of the sound. It's not like you're turning if you change the mid on a NAM model, you're not actually turning the mid on the amp. And so the files themselves are tiny, and it's super realistic. So it catches all of those nuances because it can actually catch the sound of the air pushing, the hump that you get from an amp, the actual difference of the dynamics of what a microphone is. It learns all of that, and it runs inside of an actual a NAM player, which you can find any place online because again, it's open source. It's completely free. It's 100% community driven. So yeah, does that give you an idea of what we're talking about here, Jeremy? I have done some tone shaping and tone cleanup on my system, and my chug should sound a million times better. Should be significantly less mud in them. That was actually what I was working on today, was clearing out some of the mud. I haven't been using this particular NAM model that you're hearing here. It's a JCM model because the mid forward on it was causing so much mud that I wasn't using it very often. So I did some EQ shaping, and that has nothing to do with the model itself. That has everything to do with how I have my entire chain set up. So if we want to talk about actual NAM models, so I get mine. Let me find this. Get the one loaded up. So I use a site called Tone 3000 for my models. This is where I get all of mine. And they have NAM models. They have impulse responses, IRs, lots of stuff that you would want to use for these. Now, a NAM model can capture just the head, or it can be a full package where it captures the head and a cab. Some of them actually have additional effects baked into it, like they'll run a tube screamer in front of it, and those sort of things. So, but basically, you can go through here and search for basically any model you want. Like if you wanted that 80s tone, you can search for a JCM 800, for example, and you'll get where people have taken their actual, like there's somebody who's captured an amp head, and you can hear tone samples straight off of the. You can hear some tone samples straight off the side right there. But here, this one is a full combo capture with the rig and then the whole 9 yards. If you click into them, you can go in and see, depending on, what info they put in there. Like that first one with that amp head capture, if you click on it, like this one says JCM 800 channel 1 recorded through an ST Rock React IR. Its tone is meant for metal. Have fun with it. It's going to blow your mind or not. Let me know what you think about it, blah, blah, blah. They'll usually tell you what they used for their captures and those sort of things. There's a download button. You download it, and then you load it up into, into whatever you want. I use the NAM VST plugin from Steve Atkinson is the one that has this one. But there's a lot of different models and different plugins that will use a NAM model. And then all you have to do is you just hit a button, you go find the model that you downloaded, and you select it. In this case, this is a JCM full rig, so this one actually has a 4x12 cabinet of V30s, et cetera, et cetera. And actually, I need to pull the mid back on this one, I think. But again, you got to realize that I've got a lot of tone shaping on this. So to make this more realistic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up or make a brand new session. And we're going to load just the NAM modeler. So I need that. So that's the only thing I'm going to have in here. And I'm going to run my guitar into it. And I'm going to run my guitar out of it. I think it's the second. Yeah, so there we go. I have no model loaded. So there is, that's literally my dry guitar, straight through. Like I said, this is basically what you're hearing directly off of my interface. With the guitar being used, change the tonal properties of the NAMM model. Yes, because again, what the NAMM model is designed to do, it's kind of the same thing of plugging your guitar into that exact cab, head, etc., etc. So if you have a guitar that's got a really beefy, clear humbucker and a bridge, it's going to, it will feed a high gain model like the one I just had there a lot better than one that has, say, a weak, really substandard single coil out of a neck position, those sort of things. So yes, it absolutely will affect the tone. All right, so there's nothing there, obviously. There's no model, anything loaded. So we'll go into my NAMM models, and we'll go into, I've got a section where I've got just heads, not full sets. So these are just heads, and I've downloaded like a JCM 800, a Friedman, an Engel, and a Soldano. Let's get the JCM 800. So this one here, this person did a ton of different captures, various things like this one's got a turbo rat in front of it. This one's got a G6 preamp in front of it. This one's got a Mad Cat in front of it. This one's got a Klon in front of it. So we'll take the one with the Klon. So you can immediately hear that, I've got serious noise issues. So we'll bring our noise gate up there. So that sounds like trash because this is just an amp head. There's no cab with it. So just the head, this is literally like all I've done was just taken a JCM 800 head and plugged my guitar into it and then plugged my headphones into the output. That's literally what I've got here. So this doesn't come with, since this is just a head, it doesn't come with a cabinet. So I can load an IR, which is a image response from a cabinet. So if I go back here and go to my IRs and go with that one, which is a custom IR that came from Glenn Fricker. That's a V30 cabinet. So now you heard what it sounds like without this. And I put that in it, so it's like I've taken the head and plugged it into a cabinet now. Output's a little low, so let's bring it up. Still a little on the low side. So there you go. So like if I pick a different one in this, like, I don't know. Let's get a Ultra Brown. Let's try it with the Power Vintage. Got a little more warmth, a little more mid-zone. So basically all these is, like I said, they took a various setup of their head and recorded what it sounds like and let the modeler learn how to recreate that sound. So if I switch to a different head, so if I go back here and say, for example, take the Friedman. Yeah, so that's exactly what I just said there, Steve. That the EQing on there is not the same as turning the knob on the actual amp. Okay. Give me any of these so I can get on the screen. Go with with the Route 66. So it's a Friedman 100 clean with the Route 66. That's very low. So I'm actually, Steve, as you can, if you can see those, I actually haven't changed any of the EQ. I can turn the EQ off. So this is their EQ setting. So like I said, it's a capture of their amp. And like I said, if they include the cabs or stomps or anything with it, with the exact settings they have dialed in. That's not a bad sound. And then, obviously, it doesn't have to all be overdriven stuff. There's plenty of clean stuff. Like this is a Fender Twin reverb that I use for my cleans. So basically, what it does is, let's say that you are the kind of person that can mimic sounds. Like you can listen to a bird and make the exact same sound after listening to that bird and trying for a while, Keith. And you took an amp, a guitar and an amp, and you set the amp up the way that you wanted it to sound, right? And then you sat there and you heard what that amp and that cabinet sounds like when you're playing an A through it. So it makes this exact sound here. So you mimic that exact sound whenever you want to make an A. You are mimicking the sound of that amp with those exact settings. It may sound completely different if you crank the treble all the way up and the bass all the way down, for example. That's what we're talking about here. What a NAMM model does is it recreates the sound as if you had a guitar plugged into a amplifier that is frozen at those exact settings. So you can't change the amp's gain, you can't change the amp's mids, you can't change the amp's clarity, you can't change the amp's high, mids, low, nothing. It's you literally, it's like you have that exact amp model with all of the dials and everything welded into place. You cannot change them. But it makes that exact sound perfectly. No matter how you play it on the guitar, it sounds exactly like that. Does that make sense? Box AC 30. So yeah, so basically the point of these, as opposed to say, like a Tonex, well, maybe not Tonex, but like a Amplitube or THU, those sort of things. Those don't listen to a real life model. They don't listen to an actual amp in the room and learn how to make that sound. What they do is they basically they look at the schematics and say, all right, it's got this capacitor, this resistor, this circuit, these sort of things here. So we're going to recreate all of those things digitally. So we can pretend, so we can literally simulate what that amp does when you send that voltage through it. It then takes your guitar sound and simulates the voltage going through the amp, and you get the output from it. So those do simulate, hey, you can twist this knob and it'll make this change and those sort of things. The problem is they are 100% precise. They're mathematics. There is no nuance to it. There is no sag. There's no bloom when the power changes and when they heat up and those sort of things. So. Personally, I prefer the neural amp modeler for the exact reason of it catches a lot of nuance to it. So they sound less sterile and a little more like the analogs that they're there. You give up some of the control, which you can make up, by the way. As you can tell from my other setup over here, I have a lot of moment, I need to load up my. Oops, that's not the right one. No. Need to load my original session back up. Actually, that's not even the right one. I need to open because I've saved as a new one. It's a JRig post mud cleanup. There it is. So I actually have some additional EQ, some additional noise suppression, EQ, some compression, and those sort of things. So my JCM sounds like that. Here, I'll kill the reverb. So that's what my JCM 800 sounds like, as opposed to what you heard in the other one, which is just the raw NAM model, and then I've gone through and shaped it in the way that I like the best. So. Probably that one, Brian. All right, we got about a minute before we get out of here. I want to talk about the GoFundMe link that is you see up in the pinned comment. One of our members, Tim the Tooth, has run into some issues. He is struggling financially because of some medical issues. Has a GoFundMe set up. Please go to that link, look at his story, and if you are in a position to help, please do, because he absolutely needs our help. And so, yeah. For sure. Pop over that link and at least take a look at what he's going through and see if there is anything that you can do to help him. This community helps our own, and so I wanted to bring that to light in front of everybody and make sure that everybody is aware of that, so we can help out the best that we can. And Tim is like a lot of the folks in our group. Really good stuff. Timmy, good to see you. I'm glad you're out of the hospital, buddy. Glad to see that you are here. Snuck in just before we are going to pop over to Ted's live stream. It is great to see you. I am so glad that you are back home, up and around and walking. Great to see you, my friend. All right, there is Ted's live stream. So let's switch over to Ted's. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. If you've got any additional questions about NAM models or anything like that, watch the VOD. Email me, theubi@gmail.com. I will help you out the best I can. Have yourself a wonderful, Merry Christmas. If I don't see you tomorrow on our live stream, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.